December 1st, 2024. Ukrainian men face sexual torture in Russian detention centers, says UN. Trump taps Kash Patel for FBI director, an ally who would aid in his effort to upend law enforcement. Trump demands commitment from BRICS nations on using dollar. Pete Hegseth's mother apologized immediately after sending him emotional email. Says New York Times publishing email disgusting. Democratic lawmakers targeted with MAGA death threats. What would happen day by day if aliens made contact with Earth, according to NASA expert? Trump names nut for FBI. Russia strikes warehouse containing Western-made atoms and storms Shadow missiles. How NATO is preparing for war with £2 billion shield on Russia border. New York Times report on Hegseth's mom calling him an abuser of women made botch his path to confirmation. Connecticut $3 million mansion engulfed in flames on Thanksgiving as residents fried turkey inside garage. A huge fight just broke out after the Ohio State versus Michigan, ending with cops pepper spraying players. Trump taps CEO Charles Kushner as U.S. ambassador to France. Dentist accused of killing wife by poisoning her shakes, charged with attempting to get fellow inmate to kill a detective, says police. Ukraine's military dead have already won, says Zelensky. China looks beyond Confucius in latest move to win narrative war with West. Ellen DeGeneres barely escapes massive flood in England. Hunter Biden's lawyers issue lengthy defense as pardoning window closes. December 2nd, 2024. Joe Biden pardons his son Hunter. He's off the hook for everything. Another hoax. Joe repeatedly promised he wouldn't. Two systems of justice. Biden crime family Pete disgrace, first president to pardon his child. Joe suggests unfairly prosecuted Hunter the victim. MAGA goes into full meltdown mode over Hunter Biden pardon. JonBenet Ramsey cop makes bombshell admission as chief investigator reveals why solving 6-year-old beauty queen's murder is now finally within reach. Majority of shoppers will rely on financing for Black Friday and Cyber Monday despite discounts. How Kash Patel, Trump's FBI pick, embraced the unhinged QAnon movement. DOJ double standard. Trump reacts to Joe Biden's pardon of son Hunter for tax and gun charges. Scientists create spaghetti so small, it can't be seen with the naked eye. Sean Diddy Combs accused of dangling woman over 17th floor balcony at Cassie's apartment. We haven't seen a pardon as sweeping as Hunter Biden's in generations. China's intelligence ministry warns of security risks from open source data. Biden's unpardonable hypocrisy. Why Joe Biden's pardoning of Hunter just led to a ton of libs eating crow. As usual, Joe Biden uses his power to absolve Hunter of responsibility for his crimes. December 3rd, 2024. Brain rot is the Oxford University Press Word of the Year. French lawmakers to vote Wednesday on toppling government. Mental health crisis. Liberal women undergoing sterilization and blaming Trump. The idea of getting pregnant is worse than death. Trump hosted alleged far-right porn star on Election Day. Follow the money. Major news outlet tied to first Trump impeachment exposed for taking huge funding from State Department. Spain says it will ban trans women from female sport and remove Q+ from LGBTQ+. Ukraine pushes NATO for invite as Trump loans. Pardon my hypocrisy. Memes rip Biden for Hunter's get-out-of-jail-free card. Property tycoon given death penalty over £34 billion bank fraud. Congress faces shutdown dilemma that could mess with Trump's first 100 days. Europe quietly prepares for World War III. House COVID committee finds virus. This is gonna be a shocker, likely leaked from Wuhan lab. Trump falls just below 50% in popular vote, but gets more than in past elections. Governor Newsom and state lawmakers brainstorm how California laws can be Trump-proof. China bans export of key minerals to U.S. as trade frictions escalate. Toronto spent $11 million on software it never used, including for employees who had quit, says Watchdog. Can men and women still be friends? Biden damages public trust after breaking his word on Hunter pardon. No more daylight saving time? Musk and Ramaswamy muse on ending clock changes. December 4, 2024. U.S. says it carried out strike against imminent threat in Syria. Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia has contributed $6 billion to support 100 development projects in 60 countries. Men in California accused of sending North Korea arms and Seoul attack plot. Patel and Ramaswamy to celebrate inauguration with traditional Bollywood ceremony. South Korea opposition seeks to impeach president for treason. Fox staff go public with concerns about Hegseth's drinking. Web of spies. The CIA keeps popping up in the Biden-Ukraine saga. Urgent warning issued for balding drug after it's found to cause werewolf syndrome. Police threaten man posting videos investigating mysterious Idaho booms. Meta planning $10 billion cable which will stretch around entire world. As Hegseth falters, Ron DeSantis may get to take war on woke to military. Update. Minnesota police say they do not have recording of O.J. Simpson confessing to the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. Biden arrives in Angola and vows to provide more than $1 billion American funds for African aid. Soros, sanctions, propaganda. How the U.S. government secretly controls the world's largest investigative journalism organization. Trumpists don't seem to mind claims of sexual assault. Debbie Nelson, mother of rapper Eminem, dies aged 69. The days of anonymous sperm are over. I got malaria on purpose, and so can you. America's role reversal. Working-class blacks make gains while whites fall back. December 5, 2024. Bitcoin tops $100,000 after Trump picks crypto-friendly SEC chair. Biden says Ukraine needs to get younger people fighting Russia. Legendary Medellin cartel drug lord released from U.S. prison after serving 25 years. AOC expected to run for top oversight committee role. Assassins 3 chilling words on bullets left behind after shooting United Healthcare CEO in brazen Manhattan attack. Heard 3 shots. Eyewitness shares new details about healthcare CEO's killer. He was here the whole night. Biden admin mulling preemptive pardons for Fauci, Reps Schiff, and Cheney, fearing imminent Trump prosecutions. California bans food sell by dates. Will it save you money without getting you sick? Watching the media reckoning unfold in a now-shuttered broadcast newsroom. Adam Schiff doesn't want preemptive Biden pardon to protect from Trump. The perp who shot United Healthcare's CEO methodically cleared jams on his suppressed pistol, then casually walked away down a busy New York City street. Study says lead in gasoline tied to more than 150 million excess cases of mental health disorders. Most Western firms stayed in Russia, says Putin. How close is the next pandemic? Chinese researchers have new clues. United Healthcare CEO murder. Internet supersleuth may have tracked location of assassin. Defense Secretary defends women in combat. It isn't 1948. I listened to hours of Trump's FBI pick on Steve Bannon's podcast. Oh boy. Senior Harris campaign aide laments Democrats' move to abandon primary process. December 6, 2024. Can Indian billionaire Gautam Adani be tried in the U.S. for India crimes? Biden considering preemptive pardon for perceived enemies of Trump. Ex-Secret Service agent warns he certainly can see Trump being attacked again before Inauguration Day. Flirty hostile clerks brush with United Healthcare CEO shooter, moments before assassination revealed, and how it could blow investigation wide open as new details of hitman emerge. Bezos goes MAGA. Says optimistic Trump will boost economy by slashing regulations. Just say no. Congress considers neocon lesson plans to keep kids off communism. At least 17 people killed after drinking fake alcohol at tourist hotspot. Activists occupied bathrooms in the U.S. Capitol to protest the trans ban. Trip to kill. United Healthcare CEO's suspected killer arrived in NYC last month on bus that left from Atlanta. Orcas are bringing back an 80s fashion trend. Hats made of salmon. How worried should we be about Disease X? Black Church Coalition urges MSNBC to investigate Harris campaign payments to Al Sharpton Group. Elon Musk was behind mysterious pro-Trump super PAC that invoked Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Enough work for women in Ukrainian army, says retired U.S. general. Bipartisan group officially introduces bill to protect journalists that was first reported by Talking Points memo. Trump's fans are suffering from Tony Soprano syndrome. Trudeau government adds hundreds more assault-style weapons to its gun ban. Democrats threaten to withhold funding from Biden's presidential library over Hunter pardon. Cardboard set billed by Harris campaign for podcast interview mocked by host. December 7, 2024. Daniel Penny manslaughter charge dismissed. Legal debate over lesser charge. Jury to return Monday. Neighbor complains Meghan Markle is an asset to community. Rich and woke to cuffs and broke. FBI agents arrest ultraliberal official for allegedly stealing taxpayer money and making cash transfers in City Hall bathroom. Syrian opposition leader says goal is to overthrow Assad regime. USDA says it will start testing milk for H5N1 bird flu virus nationwide. Airline boss on $8,500,000 a year calls passengers avoiding carry-on shoplifters. Obama still doesn't get why Trump won. That's the problem. Breaking the case. NYPD finds backpack in Central Park possibly belonging to United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson's killer. United Healthcare CEO's shooter likely got on a bus and left New York City, police say. Karine Jean-Pierre, pressed by reporters in first briefing since Hunter Biden pardon, blames Republicans for not letting up. Peter Hegseth's crusade to turn the military into a Christian weapon. Gay jihadis, Western media's latest scam. Lawyers say they suspect Harvey Weinstein has been deliberately mistreated in prison. United Healthcare CEO murder. Suspect may have used veterinary gun. Can be fired without bang. Samuel Amide not named suspect in NYC shooting, fact check. How an assassin escaped one of the most surveilled cities in the world. How Harris set millions on fire in final weeks of campaign. Many migrants targeted for removal by Trump can't be deported, ICE data shows. December 8, 2024. Bashar Assad flees Syria as militants enter Damascus. Syrian government appears to have fallen in stunning end to 50-year rule of Assad family. Gen Z's financial angst underlies shift to the right. Trump awkwardly arm wrestles with French president in Paris. NYPD releases new pictures of healthcare boss masked assassin during his dramatic escape from New York City. Trump on Syria conflict. This is not our fight. Donald Trump hails Prince William as a good man at Notre Dame reopening. White supremacist who posted, "Your body, my choice," faces battery charge. Virginia pastor faces possible loss of realtor license because he shared Franklin Graham post and Bible verses that condemn homosexuality. In 2015, Boston city councilor arrested by FBI on corruption charges. More F-16s delivered to Ukraine, says Kyiv. I took the test RFK Jr. is using to determine who should work at his health department. We are extremely doomed. With major trans rights and abortion decisions on the horizon, the culture war commences. Democrats say they'll avoid election challenges on January 6th. Tyler Perry's studio president Steve Minch killed in plane crash. White House press secretary mocked for using wrong poll to justify Hunter Biden pardon. DoD announces $1 billion in Ukraine aid as Pentagon fund runs out. December 9, 2024. Kremlin confirms Assad family's arrival in Moscow. Biden calls for Assad to be held accountable. U.S. working to destroy Syria's remaining chemical weapons, official says. Boeing missing parts situation like Russian roulette, whistleblower says. Jay-Z accused of raping 13-year-old at post-VMA's Diddy party. Trump says Zelensky is ready for deal with Russia. Trump's first term brought world-changing vaccine. His second could bring retreat. Toddler emerges from notorious Syrian prison after inmates are freed. Trump vows to quickly pardon Capitol rioters, says January 6th committee should be jailed. Rahm Emanuel says no one was held accountable for the Iraq War or the financial crisis. Wasn't he in a position to hold those people accountable? SNL under fire for classless segment on United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson's murder. Big egos in Trump's cabinet could spark a New York City soap opera. Reuters should retract fake Assad plane crash story, says Moscow. Trump allies' idea of citizenship would take us back to the 19th century. Assad gone, Syria in twilight. Progressives align with Doge on defense cuts. Let's play ball. How Obama could be blamed for the fall of Syria. Biden is ceding presidential influence to Trump, and some Democrats are furious. U.S. hopes for peaceful transition of power in Syria after Assad's ouster. December 10, 2024. Israeli army incursion reaches 25 kilometers into southern Syria, nearing Damascus, Reuters and War Monitor say. What caused assassin Luigi Mangione to go absolutely crazy and vanish off the grid, as friends revealed his twisted path from Ivy League genius to anti-capitalist United Healthcare CEO killer. Who is Luigi Mangione? Charged with murder in New York. Fake IDs, ghost gun, manifesto. Jay-Z accused in lawsuit of raping 13-year-old girl in 2000 with Sean Diddy Combs. Don't believe this cryptic video purportedly uploaded by Luigi Mangione. Schiff opposes a preemptive pardon from Biden as Trump again threatens sending him to jail. This staggering million bet on the Eagles exposes a major flaw in sports betting. Luigi Mangione disputes key details in Pennsylvania court as New York charges filed. Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson is making her debut on Broadway this week. For real. Canada outlaws another 324 firearms varieties, hoping to donate weapons to Ukraine. McDonald's employee called 911 after seeing United Healthcare CEO shooting suspect. The real hero. Israel pounds Syrian army bases, denies deeper incursion. The moment is ripe to push the Middle East in the direction of peace. Trump will probably botch it. She warns no winners in U.S. trade war and vows China will protect its interests. A wave of South Asian racism is sweeping Canada, and the Liberals' missteps on immigration helped fuel the problem. The Liberal media reaction to the Daniel Penny verdict was off the rails. Current Congress on track to end as least productive in the modern era. December 11, 2024. Israel conducted 480 strikes in Syria in 48 hours. UN opposes any violation of Syrian territory. Mental health crisis. Warren on United Health CEO slaying. Violence is wrong, but you can only push people so far. Luigi Mangione considered bombing Manhattan and pinned sick to-do list before shooting healthcare CEO as twisted new details of assassin's alleged manifesto emerge. Trump trolls Governor Trudeau of the great state of Canada. Republicans sneak anti-trans healthcare provisions into defense bill. Luigi Mangione yells insult to the intelligence of the American people arriving in court. Jason Kelce jokingly called Dallas the armpit and butthole of America but retracted his statement for some reason. LGBTQ+ pink news outlet bosses accused of sexual misconduct by over 30 former and current staffers. Donald Trump nominates Don Jr.'s fiancée Kimberly Guilfoyle for abroad ambassadorship after son is seen with other woman. South Korea police raid UN office over failed martial law as impeachment vote looms. U.S. pays $20 billion into Ukraine loan fund. Why Democrats got the politics of immigration so wrong for so long. Suspect in CEO shooting to plead not guilty and fight extradition, lawyer says. Jamie Foxx confirms illness that led to 2023 hospitalization in Netflix special. Not even swimsuit models can stop NFL players' homes from being robbed. United Health exec shooting heightens debate over 3D printed ghost guns. Mace sustains injuries after pro-trans man assaults her at Capitol. December 12, 2024. Saudi Arabia promises tournament of a lifetime as FIFA names it 2034 World Cup host. Josh Hawley says Democrat plan is mass amnesty. 13 million illegals to flood workforce. You don't actually care about people working. Trump invites China's Xi Jinping to inauguration. Major national retailer with 850 stores mulls bankruptcy, prompting fears of mass closures. Moral rout of the left. Elizabeth Warren scorched for remarks about accused Ivy League killer. Flashback. Expert raises alarm over fake alien invasion called Project Blue Beam. Trump's threats to imprison his political enemies could backfire. FBI Director Christopher Wray says he'll resign as Trump takes office. United Health chief tells staff Brian was one of the good guys. Congressman says drones over New Jersey are from Iranian mothership that was launched a month ago. Let's talk about what's happening. Second failed Trump assassin suspect Ryan Routh's legal team consider insanity defense. Bill Clinton blames mainstream media for Hillary's defeat to Trump. China urged to anchor yuan to non-US dollar currencies to empower domestic tools. OnlyFans model Lily Phillips cries after sleeping with 100 men in one day. Doug Ford warns of cutting off their energy to retaliate against tariffs by Donald Trump. She didn't do anything wrong. Bill Clinton suggests pardon for Hillary. Luigi Mangione linked to scene of CEO shooting by gun and fingerprints. Luigi Mangione. American revenge fantasy. CEO murders suspect garners hot assassins fandom. December 13, 2024. She is likely to decline Trump's inauguration invitation, seeing it as too risky to attend. The Biden legacy: record 3.5 million immigrants awarded U.S. citizenship. Hit job. Emails and phone logs reveal how botched Pete Hegseth West Point story imploded. Popular retailer with 4,000 stores nationwide plans widespread closures after shuttering 300 locations last year. Betrayed the trust. Accuser at center of infamous Duke lacrosse rape case admits to making the whole story up. Mark Zuckerberg's Meta gives eye-popping $1 million to Trump's inaugural fund. Donald Trump joins exclusive club enjoyed by Hitler, Stalin, Khrushchev, and Khomeini. Biden commutes nearly 1,500 prison sentences in record-breaking clemency. Months before CEO's killing, the suspect went silent. Where was he? Luigi Mangione was never a United Healthcare client, say police. Report says FBI had 26 informants on the ground at the Capitol on January 6. Elton John calls marijuana legalization one of the greatest mistakes of all time. Biden's record-setting Clemency Act leaves allies only wanting more. How Egypt's BRICS membership could help create a new world order. Dem senator on Ray's resignation. He should have stayed and fought. Pete Hegseth decried out gay troops in U.S. military as part of Marxist agenda. Why we need to talk about the Secret Service agent who engaged Trump's second assassin. Luigi Mangione and the blackpilling of America. Biden administration is either dishonest or incompetent on drone mystery. December 14, 2024. Shoot them down. Trump demands action on mystery drones. Calls out feds for hiding info. Couldn't happen without government knowledge. Victims shocked after Biden grants clemency to Kids for Cash judge and $54 million embezzler. New Jersey sheriff sent its own drone to follow mystery aircraft. What happened next was petrifying. Whoopi claims RFK Jr. fat-shaming people by pledging to make America healthy. Jamie Foxx's disturbing certainty about the cause of his mystery illness. New York police were tipped about suspect's identity before Mangione's arrest. Nancy Pelosi fractured hip after falling down marble staircase in Luxembourg Palace in front of all the lawmakers and dignitaries. American citizen Travis Timmerman is now with U.S. forces after being found in Syria. Prince Andrew's business advisor banned from UK amid allegations of being a Chinese spy. Will Smith denies any link to Sean Diddy Combs. I ain't been nowhere near that man. More Canadians choosing medically assisted death. China sells ultra-powerful laser cutter to unnamed U.S. buyer in industry first. Inside the plot to write birthright citizenship out of the Constitution. Diddy and Jay-Z accuser. Woman speaks out and admits mistakes and allegations. Jay wants case dismissed. It's become uncomfortable for me. Jordan Peterson, the controversial psychologist, moves from Toronto to the U.S. Bombshell. The FBI spied on Kash Patel. The sun's rare but extreme events could disrupt life on Earth. The weak CEOs bent the knee to Trump. December 15, 2024. ICJ weighs legal responsibility for climate change, future of our planet. Unique among Person of the Year designees, Donald Trump gets a fact check from Time magazine. South Korean president impeached and suspended from duties. U.S. officials see no evidence of threat from reported drones. More winning. ABC News and Stephanopoulos settle defamation lawsuit with Trump. Pay $15 million and issue public apology. Luigi Mangioni's defense lawyer has wild Diddy connection. Expert issues horrifying warning about origin of mysterious drones. Too large and too well organized. Up in the air. Feds make claim about drones with mixed messages, accused Americans of overreacting. Watch John Kirby doublespeak. Says UAPs do not pose threat, then asks Congress to grant more power to national security state to fight them. Biden must act to stop the greatest mass miscarriage of justice in American history. Trump is vowing to pardon January 6th rioters. Allies and critics alike say he needs a refresher. Biden's Department of Education spent $1 billion to promote DEI in schools. Nancy Pelosi undergoes hip replacement surgery following fall in Luxembourg. Jamie Foxx gets stitches after a glass was thrown at him during birthday dinner. He is recovering. Fashion billionaire falls to his death. Chinese laser scientist crazily arms small drones with metal cutting beam. Biden granting clemency to lots of people is a good thing. It should be just the start. Tim Walz wants us to feel sorry for him because he has to pay bills. How Biden is trying to Trump-proof his legacy. December 16, 2024. 2 men arrested for hazardous drone operation near Boston Airport. Hunt for Assad family's missing billions begins. Ex-Google CEO warns there's a time to consider unplugging AI systems. Chicago Mayor Johnson goes on attack against the evilness of Donald Trump's immigration plan. Google says it accessed parallel universes with its new supercomputer. New theory. New Jersey drone sightings may be nuclear sniffers, following elevated New York City radiation levels. Disneyland agrees to state's largest wage theft settlement of $233 million with its workers. Bronze Age Britons were cannibals who ate their enemies. Republicans want the 2025 tax filing season to be more painful. Ravens QB Lamar Jackson talks about his unisex cologne, says he likes to smell like a girl sometimes. Kathy Hochul says feds are set to deploy high-tech system for drone detection in New York. Chechen leader vows revenge after Ukraine drone strike. PLA releases electronic warfare kill list 4 U.S. carrier groups. How to move on from the worst of identity politics. Will Trump's vow to drill baby drill lower gasoline prices? My family voted for Trump. How can we talk about politics without ruining the holidays? Why must doesn't have access to SpaceX's biggest government secrets? Mike Lee ponders if Liz Cheney knew of January 6 confidential sources found in Department of Justice IG report. December 17, 2024. Trump lauds ouster of Syria's al-Assad as unfriendly takeover by Turkey. At least 100,000 bodies in Syrian mass grave, U.S. advocacy group head says. Madison police chief on shooter. However she or he or they may have wanted to identify it is not important. Battling depression. Biden deep state officials struggling to find jobs ahead of Trump takeover. Manifesto of female school shooter Natalie Samantha Rupno, 15, spreads online after opening fire in study hall and killing two, as it is revealed a second-grade student called 911. Unidentified drones in America's skies? Smells like a false flag. $1 million, no convictions. New Los Angeles DA to fire Gaskins police shootings prosecutor. Prince Andrew won't join royals for Christmas dinner after Chinese spy scandal. Kamala Harris is reportedly eyeing another White House run. That's a mistake. China is creating fake stories to undermine congressional support for Taiwan, FBI warns. Biden spent $3 billion to build 93 electric mail trucks in 2 years. That isn't a typo. New Mexico. 16-year-old boy arrested after fatally shooting family members and called 911 to confess. Bomb kills chief of Russian nuclear protection forces in Moscow. Trump says Zelensky not invited to inauguration. China's Dalian to host largest artificial island airport, surpassing Hong Kong. Democrats are still looking to get rid of the Electoral College. Assad's fall upends the Middle East's largest drug empire. AOC loses key vote for top Democratic spot on Oversight Committee. December 18, 2024. Teen suspect in deadly Wisconsin school attack points to rarity of female shooters. A new neutrino detector in China aims to spot mysterious ghost particles lurking around us. Job well done. Congress gives itself a raise with last-minute 1,547-page spending deal. How Trump felled Democratic golden boy George Stephanopoulos. Airing it out. What lawmakers heard during 3-hour classified briefing on mysterious flying objects. Republicans out for blood. Newspaper sued over poll. Key rep targets Cheney. House Administration Subcommittee on Oversight accuses Liz Cheney of tampering with J6 witness and demands FBI investigation. This is not a funeral. California votes for Harris in somber Electoral College ceremony as Trump presidency looms. Luigi Mangione charged with murdering healthcare CEO as an act of terrorism. Biden says there's nothing nefarious about recent drone sightings. Sickening influences. Natalie Samantha Rupno had disturbing fascination with other school shooters before her deadly rampage. Liz Cheney rips GOP report calling for her to be criminally investigated. TV news anchor Anna Orsini dies suddenly at 28 from brain aneurysm. Trump is already delivering on his promise to go after the press. Chinese astronauts complete world record-breaking spacewalk at 9 hours. Congress strikes deal to avert government shutdown. December 19, 2024. U.S. sends home a man held 17 years without charge at Guantanamo. Hawley on fire over spending betrayal. Every Democrat will vote yes, but Republicans can stop it. Johnson jamming it down our throats. Hugely harmful to President Trump. This really screws him. Trump causes shutdown shit show, and he's not even prez yet. The three key clues investigators believe prove CEO assassin Luigi Mangione did not act alone. Dow tanks 1,100 points. Wobbles toward longest losing streak since 1974. Russia detains suspect in general's bomb blast killing. Lawsuit claims Google linked AI chatbot incited teen to kill parents and sent hypersexual messages. Governor Newsom declares emergency in California after CDC confirms severe case of bird flu in Louisiana. Thousands across UK without water, schools closed after technical issue. Murder hornet eradicated from the US, officials announce. Twisted pair. California man Alexander Pfaffendorf, 20, detained after allegedly plotting coordinated attack with Wisconsin school shooter Natalie Samantha Rubno. Flat earther travels to Antarctica to prove Earth is flat, finds out it's not. Man accused of running secret Chinese government police station in New York City pleads guilty. Patrick Mahomes showers Chiefs' offensive line with coolers full of luxury Christmas gifts including Rolex watches. Luigi Mangione claimed he had $6 million from his family while on vacation. Biden quietly extends COVID emergency declaration to protect Big Pharma from liability until 2029. Trump's media lawsuits could do serious damage to America's free press. December 20th, 2024. Blasts reported as Ukraine says missile attack targets capital Kyiv. UN votes overwhelmingly for ICJ probe of Israeli role in Gaza's dystopian humanitarian nightmare. Mike Johnson speakership on the brink. Spending bill without special interest pork goes down in flames. 38 Republicans vote with Democrats. TikTok, government shutdown looms. Scientists think they know why Stonehenge was rebuilt thousands of years ago. 38 House Republicans give Trump the finger in shutdown vote. Confirmed. The CIA did not take the mandatory COVID-19 vaccines. Health insurance execs should live in fear of prison, not murder. Chinese government planted agent in SoCal with mission to influence local government, feds allege. Democrats should embrace the absurdity and push for Elon Musk to become Speaker of the House. How Musk and Trump caused Congress's nightmare before Christmas. Robot priest blesses congregants at Catholic Church in Brazil. Governor Kathy Hochul says Trump needs to show remorse for his conviction if he wants a pardon. Georgia appeals court disqualifies Fani Willis from Trump RICO case. How liberal America came to its senses. Mr. Beast didn't get special treatment at Pyramids, filmed After Hours. New charges allow feds to pave the way to execute Luigi Mangione. You're being lied to about ultra-processed foods. James Bond outdueled Goldfinger and Dr. No. Can you win a battle with Amazon? Republicans hand Democrats Christmas gift with funding dysfunction. December 21st, 2024. U.S. drops $10 million reward for arrest of Syria's new leader after Damascus talks. In Damascus meeting, U.S. drops reward for arrest of Syria's new leader. Santa and Mrs. Claus use military transports to bring Christmas to an Alaska native village. Musk endorses Germany's far-right AfD party. Bone box of Jesus' brother discovered in Israel deemed most significant item from time of Christ. Turkey secures U.S. exemption for Gazprom bank sanctions, minister says. Study claims 90% of pregnant women and unborn babies who contract bird flu will die. Party City to shut down after nearly 40 years in business. Fake doctor injected patients with mystery substance at London hospital. MAGA activists push hyperpartisanship and reject compromise. Trump is in charge. White House announces $1 billion for conservation of the Ecuadorian Amazon. Malaysia plans to restart a private search for the missing flight MH370. Trump files an amicus brief in an attempt to stop Biden from auctioning off border wall parts. It's almost a criminal act. U.S. spent $9 million on anal prints and on giving puppies cocaine, says Department of Government Efficiency. U.S. Senate approves funding proposal that does not include Trump's demand to raise debt limit. Diddy sued for sexual assault by winner of 2006 radio contest NYC trip, with pics. Wait, is Joe Biden even up to sign the new government spending bill? New lab tests reveal McDonald's Filet-O-Fish boxes contain banned chemicals. December 22, 2024. Mike Johnson hands Donald Trump a big mess after debt ceiling betrayal. Biden signs government funding bill, averting a shutdown. Lara Trump backs out of Florida Senate consideration. Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez to marry this week. DailyMail.com reveals secret plans for $600 million Christmas wedding. Quid pro quo. Top cop resigns amid sex allegations and latest scandal to rock largest U.S. police force. Dozen eggs hit record high prices as bird flu ravages farms. Blake Lively accuses director and co-star of It Ends With Us of sexual harassment and smear campaign. Inspired Oleksandr Usyk defeats Tyson Fury for second time in absorbing rematch. Donald Trump and Elon Musk have energized the German far-right. Trump's Georgia case is likely over, and Fani Willis is to blame. Suspect in German auto attack self-identified as Islamophobic and anti-immigrationist. Manufacturer guidance updated in Australia after watchdog shows air fryers may be eavesdropping on people. Baseball Hall of Famer Rickey Henderson passes away at 65. Biden could foil Trump's plans to resume federal executions. U.S. shoots down own jet while bombing Yemen. Of course, the Hawk Tuah girl's fame would end this way. Chinese classicists fight to save Greek and Roman works from conspiracy theorists. Biden was too mentally fatigued to take call from top committee chair before Afghanistan withdrawal. America's private prison complex gears up for Trump deportation bonanza. Trump threatens to demand return of Panama Canal if ridiculous passage fees continue. December 23, 2024. As South Korea draws visitors chasing beauty, dodgy practices pose risks. Syria's new leader says all weapons to come under state control in meeting with Turkish foreign minister. 174 Colorado skiers and snowboarders rescued after a lift cracks. NASA probe to fly closer to the sun than ever before. Why Trump is going to have the swampiest inauguration ever. Bizarre Mark Zuckerberg interview sparks outrage over his attempt to be normal. Depraved behavior. Illegal migrant allegedly set train passenger on fire and watched her burn to death. U.S. scraps $10 million bounty on Syria's new al-Qaeda-linked leader after one visit from State Department. Trump threatens to try to take back the Panama Canal. Panama's president balks at the suggestion. Judges decide against retiring after Trump win, and the GOP hypocritically cries foul. Trump laughs off the idea that Elon Musk is usurping him after billionaire's role and budget fight. Congresswoman Kay Granger has not shown up to vote since July. Turns out she's been living in a memory care facility back in Texas. Portland's shoplifters often evade prosecution, continuing city's reputation as a good place to steal. New research shows the massive hole Dems are in. Poland threatens to arrest Netanyahu at Auschwitz. Scranton officials demand for Biden's name to be removed from landmark. Democrats are adrift as Trump prepares to take power. Trump signals plans to use all levers of power against the media. December 24, 2024. Bill Clinton hospitalized with fever, in good spirits, says spokesperson. Israel acknowledges it assassinated Hamas leader Haniyeh for first time. A history of the Panama Canal, and why Trump can't take it back on his own. Gates' ethics report says his drug use and sex with a minor violated state laws. Law and New Order. Women accused of shoplifting in blue state shocked to learn punishment has changed. Biden commutes sentences for 37 of 40 federal death row inmates. Kim Kardashian drops Satanic Fever Dream Santa Baby music video. LA County resident infected by bird flu as county spreads awareness. Trump's plans to turn Canada, Greenland, and Panama Canal into U.S. territory. Biden pulled off a $370 billion miracle for the climate. Where did the money go? Powerful storm sends part of California wharf and 3 people into the ocean. Daniel Penny effect. Critics say bystanders stood by while illegal migrant burned woman to death on NYC subway. Iraqi German woman gets life in prison for murdering lookalike to fake her own death. Ford donating $1 million and a fleet of vehicles to Trump's January inauguration. Trump can't discard legacy media just yet. Chinese EV industry's lithium demand fuels research into low-quality sources. Anti-abortion officials continue deputizing angry men to turn over their partners in new legal foray. New data shows Dems are in serious trouble. Democrats hammered for lack of leadership after defeat. Heads in the sand. December 25, 2024. A fight for holiday equality. How Black Santas shaped U.S. civil rights. An economically depressed mountain town became the Northwest's Christmas capital. Here's how. Bald eagle officially U.S. national bird after Biden signs bill into law. Syrian Christians stage mass demonstrations against Islamist government. Protests Christmas tree burning. Raise your cross up high. Biden signs 50 bills into law on Christmas Eve. Trump rages at Biden for wrecking his plans for executions. Wild video shows UFO accelerating instantly as family are left stunned. Living like a billionaire is more expensive than ever. Standing down. Critics warn of Daniel Penny effect after woman burns as bystanders appear to watch. Trump vows to rev up killing machine. Learn how Coca-Cola's creation of Santa Claus is key to understanding modern propaganda and brainwashing. Rioter who was hit in the nuts with a brick jailed for 2 years. FDA approves Phase 3 trial using LSD to treat anxiety. Police officer dressed as Grinch steals holiday cheer in drug bust. Man who allegedly set sleeping woman on fire on NYC subway says he doesn't recall the incident. Russian cargo ship sinks in Mediterranean after explosion, Russian Foreign Ministry says. Christmas storm likely after major solar flare. Christmas with the Cranks explains everything wrong with pop culture now. The big companies funding Trump's inauguration despite denouncing January 6th. December 26, 2024. How George Soros became enemy number one for India's Modi. Baby freezes to death overnight in Gaza as Israel and Hamas trade accusations of ceasefire delays. Russia attacks Ukraine energy network in Christmas assault. Biden pledges more U.S. arms to Ukraine after Russia's Christmas attack. World's most secretive society appoints new leader as second Trump presidency sparks seismic shift in global order. Elon Musk's AFD endorsement triggers EU push for stricter censorship under Digital Services Act. Gavin and Stacey fans declare Christmas ruined as final episode airs with shock twist. Spending Christmas with Dr. Doom. Trump surrounds himself with a tight-knit group of right-wing tech barons. All the trimmings. Lean-looking Elon Musk reveals he's taking Mounjaro for weight loss and festive Ozempic Santa post. Joe Burrow got his O-line samurai swords for Christmas. Check it out. Scientists await signal from spacecraft after historic close encounter with the sun. Beyoncé brings daughter Blue Ivy out during debut Cowboy Carter performance at Ravens-Texans halftime show. 3 gorgeous times 3. China will build the largest dam in Earth's deepest canyon. Travis Kelce featured in Happy Gilmore 2 Netflix trailer. Donald Trump says he urged Wayne Gretzky to run for prime minister in Christmas visit. Of course, New York Times mocks the Virgin Mary. Bird flu outbreak kills 20 wild cats in Washington Animal Sanctuary. December 27, 2024. WHO chief says he was meters away from Israeli attack on Yemen airport. Popeye and Tintin will soon lose copyright protection. Passenger without ticket gets onto Delta flight from Seattle to Honolulu. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce take their relationship to the next level with life-changing decision after her Eras tour ended. Ex-NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg named new head of Bilderberg Group. LA hotel that gained fame with Doors album cover burns in fire. Russian missiles shot down Azerbaijan Airlines plane that killed 38. Musk and Vance's praise of an extreme-right German party is a truly disturbing development. COVID cover-up. Spy bosses silence Defense Department and FBI scientists from briefing Biden on COVID lab leak evidence. Right-wing warfare pits big tech against MAGA over H-1B visas. Church of England tells clergy to drop problematic Christmas hymns as to not offend unbelievers with basic Christian teachings. Bill Maher slams the left for cutting off family members over political differences. Woman who claims Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs raped her at 13 can remain anonymous in lawsuit, judge rules. China launches icebreaker to help forge path in research and Arctic influence. The agony of indulging in Squid Game again. Climate crisis exposed people to extra 6 weeks of dangerous heat in 2024. The bald eagle's soaring comeback. Near extinction to official U.S. bird. The celebrity activist investor is going extinct. Controversial button to return to White House desk. December 28, 2024. Israeli troops burn North Gaza's Kamal Adwan hospital after barbaric raid. Trump asks Supreme Court to delay TikTok ban so he can weigh in after he takes office. MAGA opponents of Elon Musk claim he stripped them of their X badges. MAGA crisis could mean no Trump inauguration on January 20th. Dark secret in the last unsealed JFK files that could make Donald Trump regret his vow to finally release them, and why the CIA is desperate to keep details locked away. Everything must stay. Court orders Biden admin to stop fire sale of border wall material after red state intervenes, officials says. Deep state stooge Schumer brags Democrats just stacked U.S. courts with far-left judges to thwart Trump. Elon Musk accused of censoring conservatives on X who disagree with his immigration stances. Check your ticket. Mega Millions player wins $1.22 billion jackpot, ending lottery's 3-month drought. President Biden has spent 570 days, about 40% of his presidency, on vacation. Delta apologizes, again, after another stowaway boards a flight without ticket. The king is dead. Trump's talk on taking Canada highlights the demise of this critical political concept. Out of Africa? Not so, says Chinese scientist challenging evolutionary theory. MAGA civil war erupts between Musk and critics over H-1B visas. Communist China launches monster assault ships. LA thinks AI could help decide which homeless people get scarce housing and which don't. The progressive moment in global politics is over. The pictures Joe and Hunter Biden would rather you didn't see. December 29, 2024. Plane burst into flames after skidding off runway at an airport in South Korea, killing at least 96. Mega MAGA headache. Trump says, I have always been in favor of H-1B visas. It's a great program. Rolex stolen from Keanu Reeves' LA home turns up in Chile. MAGA civil war turns nuclear. Fuck yourself in the face. Unseen pictures of Joe and Hunter Biden in China raise fresh questions for president about son's business. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Bitter Biden laments dropping out of 2024 presidential race, says he would have beaten Trump. Tufts University offering transistors course next semester. Fireballs from possible space debris seen streaking across U.S. skies. Professional boxer Paul Bamba dies at 35, days after beating Mike Tyson's 38-year-old record. U.S. Senator slams Biden's $1.25 billion weaponry package for Ukraine. It's not really a MAGA civil war, more like a battle over the steering wheel. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were matching outfits to NYC dinner. A boy created AI-generated porn with the faces of girls he knew. Why Toronto police said he didn't break the law. The media's last defense of Biden blows up in their faces. Sea witches? Castlecore? Our trend predictions for 2025. Giant construction site in the Saudi desert is a hellhole for workers. ACLU ready to return to the courts to thwart Trump immigration agenda. Joe Biden's lonely battle to sell his vision of American democracy. December 30th, 2024. South Korea's worst ever plane crash highlights dangers of bird strikes. German politicians decry Elon Musk's AfD support as intrusive election influence. Chess grandmaster Magnus Carlsen returns to a tournament after a dispute over genes is resolved. Jimmy Carter to skip Trump inauguration. Jimmy Carter, former president and Nobel Peace Prize winner, dies at age 100. Jimmy Carter's life should make Christian right feel ashamed. Vengeful Democrats boast about surprising way that the death of Jimmy Carter will hit Trump's inauguration. I can't help but smile. National Archives releases picture of President Biden meeting Hunter's Chinese business partners. Murder probe launches after wife's poisonous Christmas cake leaves 3 dead. Blue states have good reason to fear a MAGA-led constitutional convention. Gal Gadot diagnosed with massive blood clot in her brain during 4th pregnancy. A moment of uncertainty and fear. New York will now fine oil and gas companies as well as other top polluters for climate change damage. Outgoing Multnomah County DA seeks reduced conviction in violent assault, early release for convicted murderer. Alleged Russian gay tour organizer found dead in prison cell. Jimmy Carter was America's most effective former president. Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez. Giddy up. We're shopping for new cowboy hats in Aspen. December 31st, 2024. Biden announces nearly $2.5 billion more in military aid to Ukraine. U.S. sending $5.9 billion in aid for Ukraine ahead of Trump inauguration. Chinese hackers breach U.S. Treasury Department and obtain unclassified documents. Biden's beach time. Biden spent a quarter of his final year out of the office. CIA whistleblower says U.S. is gaslighting us over debilitating mystery syndrome as she recalls terrifying symptoms. Killer's request. Double murderer saved from federal death row now wants another gift from Biden. Biden's obvious cognitive decline most underreported 2024 story, CBS News Roundtable admits. Pro athletes' homes are being targeted by South American organized theft rings, FBI says. Jimmy Carter embodied what Trump has never been able to grasp about Christianity. Once upon a time, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie settled their bitter divorce after 8-year battle. 2 Portland men die of exposure during Christmas Eve Sasquatch hunt. Guardian angels return to patrol NYC subways following the arson murder of woman on subway car. You don't get red-pilled overnight. California's political players explain what happened in 2024. Kyiv announces U.S. to transfer $15 billion using seized Russian funds. The MAGA honeymoon is over. Texas teenager accused of using poison to kill rivals competition show GOAT. Ford finally puts out a statement after X account appears to have been hacked. Georgia Attorney General against Fani Willis bid to retake Trump case.